Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So for the past few days, I got questions from many Wing Chun friends, and this is a pretty important question which I like to share with everybody, so everybody have the same information from me. Okay. The question is Wing Chun related to internal martial art of China such as Taiji? Is internal art such as Taiji is the base of the Chinese internal art or internal practice? So today I like to share with you this thing, and you can see it. And again, I don't want anybody to believe me. Don't believe me. Go check it in the history. See whether I present with you to you is proper or not, or is correct or not. Okay, we over here we like to presenting with facts, scientific, and with track records. Not just saying something. Okay, we are here again for education purpose, not for promoting anybody is the god or the grandmaster. Not such thing. Okay, and not about if I evolve my own Wing Chun, my Wing Chun is better than your Wing Chun. There's no such thing. Wing Chun is Wing Chun. We are talking about here is what is Wing Chun. Somebody designed Wing Chun before. Okay, let's start. We can approach this is Wing Chun based on Taiji, and is Taiji Chuan based on is the base of all Chinese advanced art? With two things. We can observe it with two things. We can analyze it with two things. We can investigate with two things. One is via history track records. Another one is via scientific analysis of the martial art systems. Okay? So, first thing, according to Chinese history, not legends. Okay, so I want to explain to you. Legend is like somebody said Mui invent Wing Chun, and somebody else in other Chinese martial art is saying Mui invent their style too. You can see a lot of martial art claim Mui invented it or created it. And then there's the so-called Zhan San Feng. The Taoists have this invented this Taiji Chuan and so forth, so forth. Okay, those are legends. I'm talking about history. History is something which one can track down. Okay, now according to history, the internal art today is an ally of Taiji Chuan, Xingyi Chuan, and Bagua Chuan about 100 years ago. Okay, this is the so-called the internal art is the ally of these three arts. The name coined for these three allies. Okay. So this is about 100 years ago. If you track and you look at that, it's like a Sun Lu Tang and the generation before that. Okay? Now, in track records, we can see in 1560, when Qi Ji Guang, the general Qi Ji Guang of Ming Dynasty, fighting the pirates of Japan. Okay? People die years of fighting that. Okay, you don't see the so-called internal art in the Qi Ji Guang records. In fact, Qi Ji Guang, General Qi Ji Guang, had to reform the Chinese martial art because prior to him, nobody handled the Japanese pirate properly. They lost. Okay, so At that time when Qi Ji Guang categorized and the system, make it systematic and effective and efficient for his army or his imperial guard who he's training, there are two arts there, which is he summarized, which is the long fist and short strike. There is no such thing as internal art or external art under him. That's the record in history, okay? And so from the Chinese martial art historian, the study of the Chinese martial art historian, the report is Yang Taiji is a development based on the Qi Ji Guang's writing or teaching. Okay? So Taiji Quan, Yang Taiji come after that, not before that. Okay? Now, these three allies, so-called internal art ally, like the three university allied together and call themselves internal art school, do not talk about this, which is in history. Okay? And what I'm going to share with you all is based on this Qi Ji Guang, General Qi Ji Guang history. Otherwise, it's going to be like Jisim. Who knows what's going on? Okay? There's no track record, you cannot track. It's like the Lao Liang in the Chinese TV. He said, the Chinese are making all kinds of legend, and the founder of their arts, of martial arts, can never be tracked down. Okay? A serious Wing Chuner must not go the path of the legend. Okay? Now, so we know that the northern three arts, the Bagua, Taiji, Xingyi, is having their own system. The Chinese cultural system, the base is the long fist and short strike by the General Qi Ji Guang categorizations or organizations, or how he actually showed this platform of Chinese martial arts that cover everything, while the internal art is just belong to certain people, certain like the Taiji Quan, Xingyi Quan, and the Bagua Quan club. Okay? Now, for past 100 years, due to fictions of writing and so forth, then people start to take the so-called internal art as everything. But it is everything? As we know, it is not. Because what is everything is Qi Ji Guang's, General Qi Ji Guang's system. Not the internal art, okay? Now, I'm saying that, not saying that internal art is no good, but I'm just saying that internal art is belong to their own group, okay? And so that's what happened in reality in the Chinese history, which is can be tracked in military and so forth, because you talk about martial art, you talk about something about fighting. Everybody today talk about testing it. Well, Qi Ji Guang tested in the battlefield, okay, throughout China. Now, as for the content of the internal art, so-called the internal art school, that is not the base of the Chinese culture. The base of Chinese culture is the 6 core element, 13 state, and 3 system key. So the 6, 13, 3 is the whole platform, and the internet is one subset of it. Might cover the component of 6.13.3, however, it has its own subset. Okay? Now, this is history. Everybody can check this. Okay? Now, Wing Chun is based on Qi Ji Guang's short strike. Okay? That's why everybody from San Jose to Fatsan, from Jakarta to Paris, the older generations of Wing Chun all call it sticking body short strike. My son Twin Da, Twit San Twin Da. That is based on Qi Ji Guang. Okay? Twin Da short strike. Wing Chun's theory and practice is based on 6.13.3, which is the ancient Chinese culture. Okay? So, with this, a brief here, I hope you see internal arts such as Taiji, Bagua, Xingyi of the Northern is their own brand, name brand. Wing Chun is a product of Chinese culture based on Qi Ji Guang and based on Chinese culture. Wing Chun is not related to the group of so-called internal art, and Wing Chun do not use the so-called internal art staff of the internal art school, because Wing Chun is adopting the Chinese culture. The Chinese martial art culture can be tracked to General Qi Ji Guang and can be tracked to the Chinese culture, okay, and can be tracked to Mei Se Zhuang, which is a part of Chinese culture, and can be from the Song Dynasty, which is about 1,000 years ago, okay, which is actually existing, and it tracked to the White Crane of Fujian, which is existing, but it is not related to this northern Taiji, Bagua, Xingyi stuff. So I hope that this is clear, really clear, okay? Let's not keep saying that Wing Chun is based on Taiji, Chuan, based on this and that. People who do that, okay, people who do that, were walking in loops. It's very simple to check this. You look back history, like us here, if you look at what my presentation is, since the Wing Chun meal list, Rinneriji Wing Chun meal list time, 1999, 2000 time until today, nothing changed. It's only get deeper and clearer and clearer. Why? Because we know the directions, we follow the Chinese history, track records, we have multi-common denominator to verify before we present to you. As for people can use this, the all kinds of legends and the internal art story and so forth, they go round and round. They can never get into really deep on it. But based on whose legend, who talk about who, name, and which is not technology at all. And here again, we are talking about technology, not those stuff. Okay, am I condemn those things? No, I don't. People have their right to believe whatever they like to believe. However, we here have the right to know what is really going on. Okay. So that is the history part. Go check it instead of just go sitting down there and speculating. Okay. Today is 2016. Massachusetts Institute of Technology or the Brooklyn Polytech, which is starting the 1850s, 60s time, like Wing Chun still exists very strongly in the East Coast of the United States, very clearly. So history can be checked, can be traced. Okay. So do not get into all this legend stuff. And if one want entertainment or join the club, that's fine with me. I respect that. However, if we talk Wing Chun, there's no face given. Okay, whatever it is whatever it is. So this is a history part. The second part is about the scientific, systematic analysis of the Chinese martial art and the Wing Chun. We know the model today. And the model is, number one, a martial art, a Chinese martial art must have a momentum characteristic, its own unique momentum characteristic. The second, it must have a force handling or power handling, a special power handling, which is support those unique special momentum characteristic. The third thing is they must have a mechanics which is supporting the power generations or power handling, which is unique. And the fourth will be the physical body will be able to support the mechanics of this art or condition the physical body in order to support this art. And all of this has to be unique if this is a system. Okay? So there's four things: momentum, the force, the mechanics, and the body condition. Four. So analogy, if you are a person good at weightlifting, you're handling a different type of momentum with the guy who playing tennis. And the guy who playing tennis is different than the guy who playing basketball. So the guy who playing tennis dealing with momentum, a specific type of momentum. The basketball deal with specific type of momentum, and they have different power handling, and then they have different mechanics to support their momentum, and then their body, physical body is trained different way to support, to handle this momentum. That's simple. Okay? All Chinese martial art, long fist or short strike, have no exclusive. It's all within this boundary. And the development of Chinese martial art has four levels. Number one is know all this basic, meaning know the momentum, know the force handling, know the mechanics, and have developed the body. That's the basic of the Kung Fu. And then when one after one grinding, practice a lot there, one get up to the level, the second level, which is the level of realizations and attainment. And then the third one is refine with whatever this basic, which one have attained and realized, keeping refined versus a different type of momentum. And then the fourth is become an expert of a certain area, 4 level. So with this 4 core, from momentum, the force handling, the mechanics, and body conditioning, with this 4 level of achievement or attainment, this actually govern the whole Chinese martial arts systems. We like it or not, this is facts. This is the model which cover the entire thing. Okay? Now, with this base, we can analyze Wing Chun, Taiji, Bagua, Xing Yi, and we can see they are completely different stuff. The usual thing is people thought that this Wing Chun is Taiji Chuan, is from Taiji Chuan. Taiji Chuan is advanced. Specifically, Yang Taiji Chuan is advanced. We have to learn from that. So when we talk about the 7 bow, they have a 9 pose and so forth. Okay. Let's go in the following to look at things one step at a time, one topic at a time, and you can see. Okay. They are different stuff. Again, I say again and again, I'm not saying that Taiji is no good or Wing Chun is no good or anything. I say they are different. And we must know they are different, why they are different. Otherwise, what are we training? What are we developing? Okay? Now, before anything, I want to talk about the topic of qi. Qi in China culture is called no fire. No fire. Fire meaning mind or heart. Intention activity is fire. Okay? Now, this is the case. Any real internal cultivation, I'm not talking about internal art school like Taiji, Bagua, Xingyi. I say anybody under Chinese culture 613.3. Anybody cultivate the qi, the Chinese mean qi, energy, need to get into the state of no fire, meaning no thought, no mind, no intention. Okay? Now, anybody who talk about you need to use your intention, your yi, your whatever to cultivate qi or melt down your qi or body and everything, it just shows that they don't understand what is qi about. They don't understand what is internal development of the Chinese culture. It doesn't matter if they are from Wing Chun or from Taiji, from Bagua, from Xingyi, from any arts, it doesn't matter. As soon as they do not understand and do not know that the development of qi, meaning one need to get into the state of no intention, no mind, or enter in the state of silence, or best of, you know they don't know the subject. Okay? And if you look at the Xiu Ling Tao Crit from the iYikKam 1840, the first stanza, the first crit is writing there, get into the no mind state, no fire state. Okay? So, we know the 1840s iYikKam Xiu Ling Tao is a quote to the Chinese culture. As for today's, a lot of so-called claim internal art or internal this and that, a lot of them, I won't say everybody of them, I say a lot of them, especially in the West, thinking using mind power, visualization, blah blah blah, you know they don't know what it is. Okay? It's this simple. So if one develop that, one can just go check, hey, you just ask a certain question and people see see other people's presentation and you know whether it is or not. So number one, check of qi. If one doesn't know this no mind state and talking about xing, qi, dan, tian, or all this thing, you know he doesn't know. Okay? So all this mind power, or use your mind to dissolve your body, to xing, qi, dan, tian, forget about it. That is not what the Chinese ancient internal development culture for thousands of years talk about. Okay? And no mind is actually shared among Zen Buddhism, Taoism, Confucian, teaching of Confucius. Okay? They are shared, and the Chinese medicine, Euro and Classic, they are shared together. So that's number one. Okay? So let's get into this momentum and force handling, mechanics, and the body conditioning. We all know Wing Chun is a short strike, meaning Wing Chun's fighting range is here. Wing Chun's momentum is to get close and strike here or take down here. Okay, that is Wing Chun's momentum characteristics. Due to that momentum, Wing Chun has to design based on the input power handling, meaning the power go in or contracting while releasing the reaction force. Okay, more simple way is the handling of the Wing Chun is an implode type, meaning that one walks in or shoot in while the body retract. So take the action force into the body and propel a reaction force outward, which is very different than the explosive type, which is expand the body or extend the body and push out with the action reaction force. So Wing Chun is taking the action force in and then using the reaction force to shoot out or to play or to manipulate for the force instead of general and action force going forward, disregard of the reaction force. Okay? So the type of explosive force type will make one impossible to get close, because when you extend your arm, you're pushing people away. And Wing Chun do not do that. Wing Chun's mechanic is going in. Okay? Okay. So that is the implosive type. And this implosive type of power generation and handling require the mechanics of retract this effort arm. If you look at the lever system, to get the mechanical advantage and pull and play with the action and reaction force. Okay, this is very different than usually like the Taiji and the internal art playing the Jing, Peng Jing, the body extend, using the leg to push, those type of stuff. Using those type of stuff will not be able again to implement the short strike, which is need to close in. Thus, Wing Chun has a term called receiving. Receiving. That is the critical characteristic or signature of Wing Chun Kei. Okay? And due to need to be able to this receive and support this momentum, Wing Chun have its mechanics and have its body conditioning, which is different than the Taiji, the Yang Taiji, in typical type of mechanics and body conditioning. They are different art. Also, it's different from Bagua and different from Xingyi with the same thing. Wing Chun talk about Lin Xiu Tai Da. You dissolve it while you are striking. And we must clear on this thing. Lin Xiu Tai Da is not chasing arm. Like I smash this arm away and I strike him. This is not Lin Xiu Tai Da. Lin Xiu Tai Da is receiving him while close in and either strike him or take him down. That is Lin Xiu Tai Da. Lin Xiu Tai Da also is not the Taiji push hand type playing with the Taiji Jing. Okay? So Wing Chun doesn't play like push hand like Taiji. Wing Chun receive. The key is Wing Chun train to have the skill of receive, strike, receive, take down. That is Wing Chun. Wing Chun also is not the Chinese Nam Kun, which is playing with this bridge hand. Okay? So here we can see what is Wing Chun. Taiji is not doing what this Wing Chun do. Okay? Taiji is a long fist. Yang Taiji is a long fist. Okay? It's not a short strike art. So this is based on scientific, systematic of analyzing their momentum characteristics, the power handling, the power handling characteristic, the mechanics and the body conditioning. Otherwise, what is one train? When one say one train Wing Chun, okay. So one need to understand that, one need to know that. Otherwise, one cannot start train anything, and one can go round and round. For example, if I add in the Taiji push hand, how am I going to supposed to get in? You can. So there are different games, different art play. Again, I'm not saying that Taiji is not good. I'm saying that there's different games. So Wing Chun and Taiji is completely different stuff. Okay, let's not mess it up, because this mechanics, this can be proven in the university under scientific study. Okay? Now, the third one, we want to talk about the body condition. Due to the Wing Chun need to close in, receive close in. The body, the center axis, not center line, center axis in the physics term is called the vertical axis of center of gravity. When it moves in, it has to be balanced and erect, balanced, okay? So that it be able to take advantage of the tour, okay? It cannot be this way or this way, okay? And that's why our Xiulim Tao, our leg is stand like this. You know, instead of like this, our leg is like stand like this. So the whole body, when we play Xiulim Tao, the whole body is actually training this way. So it's training for this. Okay, Xiulim Tao. Now there are very different than the Taiji push hand type, where you go out and come back. You see how the vertical axis of gravity move. Here another way. On don't care. There are different arts there. Every art can do whatever they like. But in Wing Chun, this center axis has to be vertical. Otherwise, you lose the ability to handle the mechanics here, and you lose the ability to handle the momentum over here. The body has to condition this way. So the 7-ball conditioning is not the Yang Taiji, 9 pearls, those kind of stuff. Okay? It's totally different stuff. The bottom line of the fighting is momentum. And this is the Wing Chun momentum. Close, receive close in, strike in the same time, simultaneously, or take down simultaneously. The hand, even though we call receive, we don't necessarily need to receive or touching, because you can receive with the momentum. So it's very different than need to play Jing. Okay, so Wing Chun, again, Wing Chun do not chasing hand. Or this hand has to be this way, that hand has to be that way. Like usually today people do Chi Sao, it's all chasing hand. The body didn't get in, it's just all this thing chasing hand. Okay? Wing Chun is also not Taiji push hand, where it is chasing the force. Wing Chun is dealing with momentum. Okay? And the momentum is get in, strike, or take it out. In the same time, jamming the opponent's mechanics. So I hope that with this, the history part and the mechanic part, it is very clear for you. Let's not get into this. Wing Chun is Taiji, Taiji is everything, Taiji Chuan is everything. Anybody like to make a movie about those Wing Chun is Taiji, Taiji is everything, that's fine with me. Okay, today everybody can have a freedom of speech. But in order to understand Wing Chun and benefit from the development of Wing Chun and the training of Wing Chun, going that path is a kiss of death. As what I say again, Without understand this, it's going to go round and round. We can check for the past 100 years, see how many people go round and round, but get nowhere. However, if we follow the Chinese martial art technology, Chinese martial art science, Chinese history, it is clear in front of everybody's eyes. Okay? As clear as you can see in a Grandmaster Yip Man Chi Sao with Bruce Lee. See his body signature is a receiving type, short strike type of body signature. The rest, it doesn't matter. You analyze that thing. It's just like you look at it. It is an iPhone or it is a Android phone. Is that clear? Okay. So this is for you today.